What preconceived notions of communism and what
do you include the class struggle in this communism?
I'll talk to you if you turn that off.
No, you know what? Because I know this class struggle is.
And you need to know that. And so I want all of you to show your friends. I know you all have friends out here in New York City and family who hate Donald Trump too. So you should take out your phone, go on your Facebook and on the Twitter and tweet, tell people where we are. We're at 57th and 5th, right near Trump Tower. We're going to be marching pretty soon. You should tell them to come out here. Use the hashtag #TrumpPenceMustGo. Get connected with refusefascism.org on social media. Most importantly, get your friends down here right now. We need millions of people to take to the streets to drive out this regime. It's the only way, and we're going to do it. We're going to get ready to march soon, and first we're going to do some chants. So, here's this one. Here's how it goes. No pussy grabbing, no patriarchy, no fascist USA. 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 All right, thanks everybody. And when you are reaching out to your friends, if they can't get here fast enough, tell them to meet us at 5 o'clock at 48th and Broadway. At around 4:30, 4:40, we'll let you know when. This group is going to be marching to 48th and Broadway. We have a big stage, we have a sound system, we have some amazing speakers lined up. You're going to hear again from the Raging Grannies, they got more songs. It's going to be awesome, I know, I'm really excited about that too. So tell your friends that. Come down here now, or come at 5 o'clock to 48th and Broadway where we'll have a stage.
in an hour and a half?
Do it.
The hashtag is #TrumpPenceMustGo. So if you listen to their chants, lock her up, that is a cornerstone of fascism, isn't it? Because fascism eliminates all opposition. Donald Trump literally threatened the assassination of his opponent. He said the Second Amendment people should take care of her. I mean, that's what they are. And so we are not really going to address them. We're not going to engage with them. We are here. We are saying the Trump and Pence regime must go. There are millions of people who feel just like us. And so we got to lead them. We got to be the organizers. So, next we're going to hear from a longtime organizer who's a real inspiration to me. He is Jay Walker. So Jay Walker is a longtime activist who has worked for effective HIV and AIDS public policy with the GMHC and hate crimes legislation with the October 19th Coalition. Most recently, he has worked for effective gun control legislation as a founding member and organizer for Gays Against Guns, and in the resistance as an organizer for Rise and Resist and for Refuse Fascism. So everybody give a big round of applause for Jay.
back for everybody. Hey everyone, it's just so honored to be here. I'm so thrilled to see so many people out here standing up to this toxic power that is taking control of our country. Brothers, sisters, non-binary siblings, I just love every single one of you for being out here, for not being afraid to come out to the streets, for not being afraid to stand up and speak truth to this power. I personally am here as a black man who's seen police violence running rampant in this country for years and only being ratcheted up by the hateful rhetoric of Donald Trump and his cronies like Steve Bannon and like Steve Miller, all white supremacists who have infected our White House and our corners of power with their white supremacy. I'm here because of Philando Castile, because of Charlene Lyles, because of Tatiana Hardwell. This week was brutalized by police officers because she, a 5'2", 19-year-old black woman, gets the profile to them of a 27-year-old, 5'7", bald black man, and she was brutalized for it with a police dog and then taken to the hospital. And then after they took her to the hospital, with full awareness that they were attacking her for no good reason, they still locked her up after she was treated in Bakersfield, California. So this is something that is happening everywhere in this country, and it's something that our government is doing nothing about. 2006, there was an FBI report. 2006, during the George W. Bush administration, letting the world know that white supremacists were infiltrating law enforcement at all levels and civil defense throughout the country. Literally nothing was done on any state level, on any federal level, or on any local level. Now, what does this all have to do with Donald Trump? Well, for one thing, Jefferson Beauregard Sessions, the Attorney General, whom some might call the Klansman General, just decided to run a review of all police reform agreements that were made in the Obama administration. Essentially, he's given carte blanche to police departments to brutalize people of color, LGBTQ people, anyone they want to, with impunity, without fear of any sort of investigation or punishment at the federal level. Now, I'm also here as a gay man. All right, throughout this past 9 months or so, we have seen a huge increase in the number of attacks against LGBTQ plus people, particularly trans women of color. Trans women of color have been suffering such horrible fear because of the attacks on their bodies, because of the fact that you've got people trying to legislate their bathroom use, and because we have people in charge of our federal government, because we have a president and a vice president and an entire cabinet that is made up of right-wing religious fanatics and just rich oligarchs who want to divide and conquer, who want to separate as many little groups as they possibly can to keep their power in place. Because if they can separate us from each other, then we're not going to come together to oust them. But we have news for them, don't we? Because we are together. We are here. We are the vast panoply of this country. We are that gorgeous mosaic that former Mayor David Dinkins spoke about, and we will stand up to this idiot that came down from his high tower to seize power in this country. I'm also here as an HIV positive man, who 10 years ago lost my health coverage when I left a job. Because I had a pre-existing condition, I was ineligible for getting health insurance anywhere. Fortunately, the Affordable Care Act came along and ensured that I was able to be able to live a good and productive and healthy life. And now we have Donald Trump and the Republican Congress trying to put my life in jeopardy again, and the lives of millions upon millions of Americans in jeopardy to have them fearful, losing their coverage, their coverage not being good enough, being put into the poorhouse by any sort of sudden catastrophic health condition. We cannot allow that to stand. And here's an anti-gun violence activist as well. Donald Trump.
Right down there.
It's
up to you guys. You guys can keep on moving. Thank you.
$30 billion on Donald Trump in this last election. So why you
Okay. So it's either go in there or it's go to the magazine.
Are you sure about that?
Hey, can you throw this in the trash for me? Excuse me?
People go, just make it different.
See, a lot of people, they don't know that
Yeah, I haven't encountered only one person who's been like that.
Now, think about what would have happened that day in that park.
It was really fascinating.
Shot at those people had a silencer.
Interested in the socialist revolution.
How many more of them would have been shot if nobody could have told where the gunshots were coming?
Yeah, you can have a look. Yeah.
This is how stupid these people are going to be. After that shooting in that ballpark,
What is the
this is going to still
main paper about?
We're a Marxist organization, so it's about analyzing how we can dismantle capitalism, how it works. We look at current events and connect it to a revolutionary standpoint.
Yeah.
And we also organize, on top of this, just a way for us to get our political ideas out. But we have regular branch meetings and discussion groups.
Are you with the lady out there with the new communism person?
No, we're actually another organization. We're called the International Marxist Tendency, and we're active in over 40 different countries in the world. Like, we have sections and branches.
You active in Venezuela?
Oh yeah, we support the Venezuelan revolution, and we have.
Oh, I love him. I love him. Hugo.
Hugo
Chavez isn't here, or listening.
Yes.
You're very strong. We need help with something at the end of the line here. Could you help us when if you're free? Are you free?
No.
No, okay. I'm looking for a good, strong guy to hold up something. March with us.
Okay.
So, would you be interested in coming to our discussion groups and branch meetings?
I'm not quite sure.
No worries. Yeah.
Is there how do I get in contact?
Well, you can sign up for a mailing list if you're comfortable with that, and
Not so much.
Okay.
What I've heard about socialism is not too palatable.
okay. I mean,
Yes.
we welcome people who have any questions, or because there's a lot of misinformation put out by capitalist media,
Okay.
and we believe that we have very simple and kind of good answers to a lot of the questions that you might have about socialism, like how it can get there, whether it really is a dictatorship or is actually a democratic, more democratic than any system we have nowadays, and that
Okay.
sort of thing. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
No worries.
Thanks for talking, because sometimes you ask people and they just deflect. But yeah,
Yeah.
so I might check it out. Where's their website? You guys have a website?
Yeah, we have a website.
Go
It's
to Marxist.com. It's easy to remember.
Marxist.com? I
Yeah.
feel like that might take me on some list.
yeah. Would you like to sign up or no?
No, it's okay. Marxist.com. I'll check it out. Thanks.
Finally, I'm here as a New Yorker, my life in the 32 years that I have lived in this fantastic city has been enriched immeasurably by the many, many immigrants and children of immigrants that I have met that have come into my life that have made me the man that I am today. This city is a city of immigrants. Again, this city is what Mayor David Dinkins called a gorgeous mosaic. We are the exemplar of this country when it comes to immigration, when it comes to all people coming together and being part of a beautiful family. And we, with Lady Liberty standing there proudly in our harbor, will not stand for Donald Trump's attacks on immigrants. And Donald Trump didn't mind immigrants, even undocumented immigrants, when he was building his high tower, when he was underpaying them or simply not paying them. He didn't have a problem with immigrants. But when he saw an ability to take advantage of irrational fears that some people have been brainwashed into feeling, then suddenly he's completely against immigrants. One final thing as a New Yorker. Donald Trump
This is solid. I enjoy this.
All of them are. But one of the key ways in which Donald Trump is unique in the history of this country is he is the first president ever elected in this country who lost his home state, his home city, his home New Yorkers hate Trump because New Yorkers know Trump. Right across the street from Trump Tower in that Armani building, it used to be called the Double A bookstore. I happened to work there when Trump's The Art of the Deal was on the top of the bestseller list. So he was in, that he did not write, that's true. He didn't write it. His picture was on the cover, but he didn't write it. That fool was in my store at least 3 days a week. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is when I grew to loathe and detest Donald Trump. So I've been against this fool for a long time. I know a lot of you other New Yorkers have not been able to stand him for decades. The people who know him best, the people who have had no choice but to come into contact with him year after year after year, this country would be in a much, much better place. So right now we're going to get ready. We're going to start marching a little bit. I think a couple more people are going to say some stuff. But I'm just going to say, I'm going to ask you to do that chant again. No! 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 In the name of humanity, we refuse a fascist America. No! Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! A fascist America! Thank you. Everybody who was out here today, I want to give you honor and props because you've come out in the face of this fascist regime to stand with the people of the world, to stand with humanity, to say we have to drive out this Trump-based fascist regime. And look, there are risks involved in this. Today in Houston, one of the 19 cities where people gathered to say that Trump and Pence must go, a call went out to the so-called Texas Freedom Force, which is actually the Texas Fascist Force, calling on these girl boys, these fascists, together where people were demonstrating, to come packing, because Texas is an open carry state, to bring their pieces. And they said, oh, but don't bring anything racist, but you can bring the Confederate flag because it is not racist. Bullshit. They came out claiming that they were going to protect the good citizens of Houston from these protesters. No, they came out with their guns to intimidate. They came out with their guns like lynch mobs of days of old. They came out with their guns to tell people, if you oppose this Trump-Pence regime, this is what we have in store for you. And in the face of that, people came out in Houston. In Los Angeles, these fascist thugs gathered They put out a threat. They put out a call to come and guard what? To guard Donald Trump's star on Hollywood Boulevard from Refuse Fascism in today's protest. These people are getting organized. They're getting mobilized. It's both the government and what it's doing, but it's also these fascists who are being mobilized and organized to use violence against immigrants, to use violence against Muslims, to use violence against women, and to use violence against people coming out to protest up in the face of a Trump-Pitch regime. Just like Christian Jeremy in Portland, who slit the throat of two men when they stood up and he was harassing two young women, one who was Muslim, one who was black, and they paid with their lives. This is what this regime is doing. There is blood on their hands. There is blood on the hands of the immigrants. There's blood on the hands of the Muslims. There's blood of immigrants. The blood of these brothers in Portland is on the hands of this fascist regime. And we are standing up to say to the people of the world, the Trump-Pitch regime must go. And we're going to be marching up. These people across the street, they are fine with these nooses that are being hung in places like this Smithsonian Institute. They are fine when Jefferson, Beauregard, Sessions, the Attorney General, lists the consent decrees that some of these police departments have put on them. They told the police what? That they couldn't torture people, that they couldn't pistol whip people. What is it that they're saying? They're saying giving a green light to these police to shoot down blacks and Latinos. That's what they're doing. And we are here to say no. Why? Because blacks and Latinos are full human beings. Immigrants are full human beings. Muslims are full human beings. Women are full human beings. LGBTQ people are full human beings. We are going forward from today to reach the millions and the tens of millions of people around this country who hate what this regime is doing, who wake up in the morning and they want to throw up when they watch Donald Trump's face on Good Morning America, who want to throw their shoe with the television. We are reaching those tens of millions and telling them, you can't wait till 2018. You can't wait till 2020. Already millions of lives have been shattered. No, we have to drive this regime out as soon as possible. And that is why we are out here today, to spread this message to the millions that you have to stand up. Only you. Congress is not going to do it. The Supremes are not going to do it. The Democrats are not going to do it. You are going to be the ones that drive out this regime.
No Trump! No KKK, no fascist USA! 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 No Trump! No KKK!